Corporal Freddie Stowers of Sandy Springs, South Carolina, is remembered for his service above and beyond the call of duty. He was drafted into the United States Army in 1917 at age 21 and assigned to the All-Black Company C, 1st Battalion, 371st Infantry Regiment. They were organized at Camp Jackson, South Carolina.
His story begins in Anderson County, South Carolina. He was born in January 1896, and from my understanding, he was the grandson of formerly enslaved people. He was a farmhand before the war. He got married and he had a child, and then when World War I broke out, he was drafted. At the time, the U.S. military, much like the United States, did practice irrigations.
In March 1918, General Pershing assigned the 371st Infantry, along with other all-black regiments, to support the beleaguered French forces during World War I. In a September battle, Stowers' company was defending a French hill.
The battle took place in September 1918, and pretty much this was during that last final offensive when the U.S. got involved. They were assigned to take Hill 188 or Colt 188. Halfway through the battle, the Germans trying to signal that they were going to surrender. So their surrender was a feint. So it got to a point to where Corporal Stowers, he found himself in charge of essentially a platoon. Rather than halting the attack, he encourages the men like, hey, let's keep moving forward. They do so. And while this continues, he gets wounded. Ultimately, the men succeed in the battle, but he becomes a casualty. He dies from his wounds as well as a lot of his comrades.
He was buried along with 133 of his comrades in France. Shortly after Stowers was killed in action, he was recommended for the Medal of Honor.
According to records, they do write up a recommendation for the Medal of Honor to be given to Corporal Stowers. Ultimately, that paperwork is misplaced. It really wasn't until the 1980s where there's an investigation that is launched to say, hey, how come there were no African-American Medal of Honor recipients?
The investigation determined Stowers' recommendation had fallen through the cracks. On April 24, 1991, President George H.W. Bush posthumously awarded Corporal Freddie Stowers the Medal of Honor at a White House ceremony. Stowers' two sisters accepted the award on the family's behalf.
There has been currently 2 Medal of Honor recipients from World War I that are African American. Even though his recognition was late, it still mattered because other stories are out there that's from South Carolina that can be brought to the surface.
The outcome of the Stowers Review led to a new Army study in 1992, which found that several African American and other minority Distinguished Cross recipients from World Wars I and II were actually deserving of Medals of Honor that were not awarded because of bias on the part of the Decorations Board. Today, Stowers' name lives on in buildings named in his honor: Stowers Elementary School at Fort Benning, Georgia, and the Corporal Freddie Stowers Single Soldier Billeting Complex on Fort Jackson, South Carolina.